Right guys, today I'm going to take you through my back and biceps routine taken from my Gym Fit 4 Cycle 2 plan. I'm going to get warm, go through, and I'll talk you through all the techniques and yeah, apply it if you can. Let's go. So hello guys, so every workout, whatever workout it is, you've got to start with a warm up. I already just did some bike for about 5 minutes and now I'm just going through some mobility routine for my back and upper body, but really full body, just because it may be a body part split. This one's a great one for opening up those hips and through the spine, so make sure you're getting those muscles and bones all mobilized and ready to go. And the first exercise we went into a body weight pull up, and this was 3 sets of 10 or to failure, and I understand that this is one of the toughest exercises you can do, so if this is tough for you, then make sure you're using a band or a machine. You can see here, this is my last set. It gets tough around 6 or 7 reps and I push until I can't do any more, but always focusing on the right technique, really elevating the chest and squeezing the lats and the elbows down to get those back muscles working in this first tough exercise. Focus on breathing out to lift. That's it, tough work on the arms. The biceps are warming up. Then we took it into a single arm row here. Once you've done 10 on one side, you go for 10 on the other side, rest for about 30 to 60 seconds, and then repeat that process for 3 sets. Here, the main thing I want you to focus on is that stretch. See that pre-stretch? Drop the shoulders, and then pull with the shoulders, and then the arms afterwards. So you're working the lats. You work the big back muscles first, initiate the movement, and then the biceps second. Okay, it was this part of the workout that I was about halfway through and getting those BCAAs in. This is not 100% necessary. Look at all that smoke coming out. But if you are in a calorie deficit and you're dieting, then make sure you are trying to hit your protein requirement for the day. And if you can get some BCAAs in through either powder or pill form, then it's a great way to support that muscle growth, especially if you're in a calorie deficit. And then from there, we went into this exercise. I love this exercise, the straight arm push down. I use a rope or sometimes a bar, and you can see again, like with a single arm row, we're getting that stretch in the lats and then pulling down, the same angle in the elbows the whole time. And the one thing I really want you to focus on this one is look at the elbows, where it finishes. Look in the mirror, elbow finishes behind the midline of the body. This will really help work the lats and the back, rather than it just being a tricep exercise. I want you to think about those lats working all the way behind the back, right down into those lower lats. This was a superset. After 10 to 12 reps, superset straight into a single arm TRX row. And you can see here, it's good lighting, so you can see the muscles working. Again, initiating with that shoulder stretch and then retraction all the way down the back. And just like a normal double arm TRX row, finish the arms side of the chest. You can see from front here, side of the chest, and pulling that elbow back as far as you can whilst keeping a strong core and a flat back. So once you've done 3 sets of that superset, time to work the biceps. And to be honest, it's a bit annoying that Silveremere doesn't have a preacher curl machine, but it's okay. Look at this improvisation. It's not 100% necessary. You can do it in different ways, but I love doing a little preacher curl because it gets that support at the back of the arm, which forces you to do a strict bicep curl. It's only light, I know, but I'm just kind of getting back into things, and the quality of contraction is way more important at this stage than having a big heavy weight. So however you do this, make sure you're doing it safely, but the one thing you've got to remember is a full stretch. Lock out in those elbows. Look, stretch down, squeeze, contract, pause at the top, and then control back down. The amount of strength results and muscle gain results you can get from the eccentric contraction, which is the lowering phase of the movement, is actually more than the concentric. So make sure you focus on the lowering phase, don't just drop it. We went straight from 10 to 12 reps of that into a superset, so no rest, straight into this hammer curl. So you're switching up the angles from palm facing up to now palms facing in, and still working the biceps, but really getting that bicep brachialis working, which runs all the way down on top of the forearm. So great one for the forearms, the biceps, and again here, no cheating. You are stretching that arm out and coming all the way up to the top. But the elbows, look at the elbows, they're not doing much movement until they're up at the top, so there's no swinging. Yeah, that burned. I remember that. That was hard. Okay, and then we're finishing up into another back exercise, a great one for your overall core, but working on that extension, hyperextension here. And remember that those lower lats and erector spinae muscles going right down supporting the lower back, you got to work on building the strength. Don't just switch off the glutes. You want the glutes to still do a lot of work here, because otherwise your lower back will take too much of the exercise. So contract your glutes first and then lift with that lower back. And you see my elbows are coming back as well. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and get as much of the back working as possible. And again, finish with 3 sets of 10 on there. Don't know what your goals are at the moment, but my goals are to lose fat and gain muscle. So I'm adding on some HIIT training at the end of 2 or 3 workouts a week, and always getting my 10,000 steps done a day, dieting well, my nutrition is on point, but I like to do some HIIT training just to get some bit of aggressive fat burning done at the end of the workout. I like to do it at the end. Some people do it at the beginning, but from what I believe and understand and like to believe is that during all that weightlifting, I'm burning away all the glycogen in the muscles. So when I come to this HIIT training, I'm doing a good job of fat burning and there's not much glycogen to use. So there we go. That's the Gym Fit 4 plan complete. Feeling pumped. I like to do this just to see my progress, see what I'm doing. I think I've got a lot of building to do on my lats. It's a weakness of mine that I'm going to focus on. But I'm doing well. Does the amount of water matter?
Yeah, I imagine so. Leveraging.
Okay, I just want to say a massive thank you to Silveremere Strength and Fitness. Always have me. This was actually 31st of October. Getting in that post-workout nutrition straight away. As always, this is Reflex Nutrition, whey protein with unsweetened almond milk, oats, L-glutamine and creatine. Cheers and see you later. Okay, thanks guys. Hope you liked that workout. Any questions, then just leave a comment underneath. I'm feeling my back, feeling my arms, and I hope you will do too. See you later.